you have to wait until marriage. But people say, I'm in a committed relationship. I've been dating this girl for years. She's going to be my wife. Maybe it's finances. Maybe it's she's finishing up college. There's this rationalization in their head that it's okay. I'm telling God I'm going to be with her. But I just wanted your advice for those guys out there that they might be in a relationship. They might put God at the center, pray together, but they're committing that those sexual things, the most intimate form of love, before they put the ring on their finger and they're truly married. So just your thoughts on that.
All studies show that those who live together before they get married have a way higher divorce rate.
Wow.
And my friends who live with their girlfriends are always the first ones to say, well, it's good that I'm test driving the vehicle. You got to test drive the vehicle before you buy it, Stuart, obviously. But the studies are completely against that. I love what you said, though, because it's such a slippery slope in our culture today, because now 75% of evangelicals think that premarital sex is fine. That's a high stat.
Yeah.
And so it's one that we see where it's such a slippery slope, this sexual issue and with lust, where people just want to rationalize it so much and just kind of say, well, the sex one is one, yeah, obviously we're not going to steal, and obviously we're not going to be greedy, and we're not going to let our tempers flare up. That's all embarrassing. We would never do that kind of thing. Sex, come on, our culture really says it's okay. Polyamory right now, open marriages, those who are in open marriages are considered, according to the New York Times recent poll, less weird than Sunday school teachers. So that's just another example of where our sexualized society is. It's like, it's an open marriage, that's fine. It's normal. You're test driving multiple vehicles now, and you get to own one. When you're in a committed relationship, one in which you're not only giving your body physically to a spouse, but spiritually as well, I think you can only, in a sexual relationship, only give your body fully with the covenantal piece of God blessing it to have a holistic relationship that not only glorifies God, but one that brings security to each other, security to your kids, and helps you live the most joy out of. I had many girlfriends before I got married. Marriage was so much better in terms of the security and the loyalty piece behind it and the friendship behind it, that I would never want to go back to what I had previously. So people gotta wake up with that, because again, the reason why the divorce rate is so high and still climbing at 54% is because they still want this type of, whatever works for me and my own personal happiness, and if you fit my goal and my dreams, my strategy for life, I'll stay with you, but if not, no, this covenantal thing, not a thing. Let's just stick with the written contract that we can get down at town hall.
Yeah.
That's just a lot easier. So no, God calls us to covenant. And an atheist, I can't believe I'm quoting Candace Owens, but Candace Owens, as much as I like her, a lot of what she says, one of the things I really liked was she really pushed an atheist on, well, why are you married? What's the purpose of marriage?
What Stuart is referencing is a viral clip from the Whatever podcast, where Candace Owens is surrounded by sex workers having a conversation about whether atheists can get married.
Do you believe atheists can get married?
I think atheists get married because they want a tax break. I don't see the point in an atheist getting married. Why don't you just live with your partner, okay? Whoever it is that you're dating, you're at the stage you said, I don't know if you live with your boyfriend or whatever it is, why take the next leap? You're wearing crosses for fun and,
if you're actually asking the question, because then I would just be pledging the fact that I would want to be with them forever.
But you can just be with them forever. So what is it that you crave that when you want to get married? What's that next step for you? What does it mean? What's the difference between dating and marriage?
Because it's a commitment.
Is dating not a commitment?
It's a commitment, but it's saying a next step. It's solidifying it.
Okay, solidifying what? Because if
solidifying a bond between two people that love each other.
Okay, but what is solidified? If you can then jump into that next commitment, which is the exact same as dating, and you can sleep with other people, and you can put topless photos on the internet, what are you getting married for? Pictures on Instagram to say you did it?
I'm not sleeping with other people.
What's the difference for you between dating and marriage?
I just told you, it's a bond between two people. You're solidifying that by law. You're literally making it known. I want to be with this person forever. It isn't just a simple breakup, I can go and do whatever the I want and leave. It's a partnership. It's a bond. It's forever.
But there's no difference between dating and marriage.
There is a
other
difference.
than the idea in your head that it's a bond, because you're saying also.
But it's not an idea in my head. It's on paper.
Oh, okay, it's the paper. That was.
But it's not but I'm saying it's not a tax break. It's a legal thing.
And I think
I'm
for people that are
connecting to somebody for the rest of my life.
Yeah. Well, I think for people that think about marriage and don't think about a cross as something funsy to wear, it's not a piece of paper. It is a union between a man and a woman, a sacred union that should be protected from external forces.
And she's spot on. If you don't believe in God, what's the ultimate purpose of marriage other than just a contract? There's no covenantal basis for it, and why should you really remain loyal to somebody?
Right.
So that's why as Christians, we have that burden, which is such a healthy, enjoyable burden to have, where it is to stay loyal to God and to one another who you marry.
Absolutely. And I think that comes back to like love versus lust. Like in the society nowadays, people aren't willing to sacrifice for the people that they love. So instead of being the man and leading your woman to Christ, many people are like, you know what? We'll lead into sex. We'll lead into this stuff. But what they don't realize is these aren't just these rules from God. I feel like that he's trying to ruin your relationship and he's trying to take all the fun out of it. But I feel like for me, especially going with celibate in my life, I've come to realize like how to truly love somebody, that God is actually like protecting us and trying to give us a marriage that's going to last a lifetime. And that's a gift, like you said, Cliff, that is to be enjoyed. It's not a nasty thing. It's an amazing thing with the one person that you love.
This is how Cliff explains how we are to view sex. It's not dirty, it's a gift.
Sex is not dirty. Sex was not created by the devil. The first sin of Adam and Eve was not that they had sex. Sex is a beautiful gift from God. It's God who made us male and female, and God could have had procreation happen at the end of a Q-tip. When a man and a woman mixed their earwax, little babies could have been born that way. He didn't. Instead, he created us male and female. That's a gift from him. But then realize it's such a powerful gift, and it's such a good gift, it's such a pleasurable gift, that it needs to be guarded. And God has outlined that guarding is to be a lifelong commitment between one man and one woman till death parts them. So that is part of what propels us to marriage. Procreation, enjoying sex, enjoying each other's bodies as gifts from God. But also I think that God created sex in such a way that it's part of the glue that holds a marriage together. Because you understand, we're only going to enjoy sex with our spouse. We're not going to go play in the field, seeing who we can hop into the sack with. No, we are going to be committed to one person till death parts us, and then within the context of that profound commitment, we're going to enjoy sex as a beautiful gift from God.